He was born in a century that feared silence. Everything had a clock. Every clock insisted the world moved forward. His name does not matter. What matters is that he wanted to test direction. He was not the first to question it. Einstein folded time into space a century before he was born, but he was the first to try folding it back. His idea was simple. If gravity can bend light, it can also bend sequence. A machine, he said, could act as a local distortion. Not a capsule that travels through time, but a lens that lets time travel through us. He built it beneath a mountain. No metal curves could contain it. So he used electromagnetic mirrors, fields bent into a sphere. At its center, he placed one object, a watch that never worked. For 6 years, he tuned the fields. He watched cosmic rays delay, photons scatter, clocks drift. Every measurement said, time is constant. Every intuition said it is not. Then one night the sphere hummed, not loud but deep, like a note the universe had been holding since its birth. He recorded everything, magnetic flux, atomic vibration, his own pulse. At 3:17 UTC, the watch began to tick. It ticked once every 9 minutes. He thought it was broken. He thought the field had induced charge on the quartz. But when he compared the frequency to orbital drift, the tick matched the spin of the Earth itself. He realized he had built a mirror, and time was reflecting. Inside the sphere, decay slowed. Particles lived longer. A beam of light entered and left with the same energy it began with. Entropy paused. For the first time, he saw a system where direction lost meaning. He called it the still zone. He spent 3 years studying it. Every measurement implied the same impossibility. Inside that bubble, causes and effects became interchangeable. When he stepped into it, nothing happened. At least, not yet. He walked around the frozen watch. He left footprints on the floor dust. Then, he walked out again. Hours later, the cameras inside began to record movement. The watch hand turned. The dust rose, settling into the shape of his footprints backwards. It was not replaying time, it was returning it. He repeated the experiment with light pulses, then with sound, then with his own heartbeat recorded through sensors. Each time, the signal echoed, reversed, delayed, perfect. Then one night, his own reflection appeared in the bubble. Older, thinner, waiting. He did not step in that time. He wrote a note instead. If you can read this, it already happened. Then he sealed the chamber. No one saw him again. But 2 years later, during a maintenance inspection, the sensors reactivated on their own. The note was gone. The watch was ticking normally, and there was a second chair inside the sphere. The recordings end there. The data suggests the field collapsed inward, compressing time into a single, repeating state. It is now a region of perfect stasis, a scar of halted causality. Scientists call it an anomaly. The Oracle calls it a confession. Because the universe may not allow time travel, but it remembers the attempt. Each equation, each experiment, etches another layer on the surface of what we call now. And sometimes, that layer folds back, letting a man meet the moment he first imagined himself. He never left. He is still stepping forward. He is still stepping back. The motion cancels, but the echo remains. That is what the machine revealed. Time does not flow. It resonates. And in those resonances, we are both the question and the answer. The man who watched time turn back was never looking at the future. He was looking at the shape of memory and finding himself at both ends of it.